the innovation nation. Singular insights, superior execution. That's the power of global connections. Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Voted top global research firm 2011, 12, and 13.
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was
beautiful.
A broom closet.
But the
worst part was the shower. My wife drying herself with the
Egyptian cotton towels.
Shower curtain defined that whole vacation for her. Don't just visit New York.
Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
The hot new accessory, brows that wow. New from Maybelline, New York, it's Brow Drama, our first sculpting ball brush with tinted gel. Just sweep, then sculpt for bolder, sculpted brows. New Brow Drama. Get the look at Maybelline.com.
Maybe it's Maybelline. We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Oh, yeah. You got it right. You're back. We're back. Everybody's back. It's a back kind of thing, aren't we? Yes. 9:42 in the PM here in New York City right now at HTLA Studio 2. 24 degrees still in Central Park and mostly cloudy now. That snow's coming. Don't worry. It is. But that's the least of our worries is global warming and the weather, because what's biting us in the ass a whole lot sooner, as in like right now or yesterday, well, those are the damn PCers. Whoever those PCers actually are would be, again, the other question. They're more elusive than anonymous. Yeah. Anyhow, just before the break, I said we were going to go to a story now that would kind of make you go WTF, and it really does, and it hits right home here in the big city. Banned from New York City tests now is dinosaurs, aliens, birthdays, and 50 other subjects that have been banned from citywide educational assessment tests. Not kidding. Why? Well, we'll get to that. New York City test makers are going to have a hard time coming up with acceptable questions to place on students' tests after officials decided to ban 50 subjects, including dinosaurs and birthdays. Why? Oh, well, those topics have been deemed potentially, quote, controversial and could make kids upset. Dinosaurs, for example, could remind them of evolution, and we wouldn't want that, would we? Birthdays got banned because Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate them. The banned topics could evoke unpleasant emotions in the students, the officials explained in a request for proposals. The city is looking for a company to revamp some of the annual citywide assessment tests. Also among the 50 banned subjects, as per the New York Post, notes that while other states do have sensitivity guidelines, none come close to being this long. Dancing, except ballet, because some groups object to dancing. Words suggesting poverty or wealth, including homes that have pools or computers, because that does not equate equality. But a question about a computer in school is apparently legitimate. References to divorce or disease, because some children may have relatives dealing with those things. Creatures from outer space, because they may actually land one day. Celebrities. Oh, yes, that's got to be absolutely taboo in school. Well, wait a minute. Here's a question. Why would celebrities be even in school? Unless it's Jeff Bridges talking about feeding the hungry in the United States and globally. What reason would celebrities need to be in school? Really? Are we teaching the Kim Kardashian model? references to excessive TV watching or video game playing, as the cell phones stick firmly in the children's hands in class. Really? Animals and inanimate objects with human characteristics. So, really what all of that, the whatever company takes this contract to actually rewrite these tests, it's not even going to be multiple choice. There's only going to be one question on the test for New York City next year. You know that. Yeah, red pill or blue pill. Yeah. And if that doesn't make you sad, scared, upset, and angry, you need to stop listening to me right now, because you won't get any of this. In fact, you're probably one of the elusive people who is instituting this. Yeah. Yeah. Well, even the Australians, yes, the island of prison, they're not immune to this PC crap either. No, there's a teacher in Australia who has cut the word gay from the Kookaburra song. And apparently, I don't know the song personally because, well, I'm not a kid in Australia, but I'm assuming it's a pretty key part of the song. But no, where I want to go is that retarded little place that I like to call New Jersey. Yeah. And of course, their latest word spreading across the land. Yeah. That's New Jersey State banning the word retarded. And I'm quite sure any affiliates that are carrying this show in New Jersey and rebroadcasting for us are beeping every time I say the word retarded, like it's the F word, because it's on blackout in that state. Yeah. And whose fault is that one? Well, I know it's not you, the listeners. No, this one actually rests solely on the shoulders of that fat little pudge we like to call Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey. He signed the law today, forbidding state laws and rules to use the term mentally retarded or to refer to those with intellectual disabilities in either of those terms. This is making sure each retarded citizen in our state is treated with respect they deserve, Christie said. Yeah, it's their government too. Well, clearly, because if anybody voted you in, it would have been the retards. Oh, did I say that? No. This legislation was championed by the ARC of New Jersey, an advocacy group that hopes to someday remove the word from casual use as well. And indeed, more than just New Jersey. We'd like New Jersey to get a place where you can't use the R word without it being inflammatory, said one ARC executive. The bill also bans the use of terms like physically handicapped, feeble-minded. Bans. You cannot say these words in New Jersey now. Feeble-minded and physically defective. Even the term physically defective, which is a term that doctors and scientists would use when talking about, well, anybody with a retarded something. If we actually look at our dictionaries, ladies and gentlemen, the word retarded isn't a derogatory slang. It wasn't created by black people in Ferguson. It's an actual word with an actual meaning, but we can't use that. It's offensive. We can't use feeble-minded. That's offensive. We can't even use physically defective. So from this day forward, I'm going to refer to all the retards, the feeble-minded, the physically defective, and the physically handicapped of New Jersey. I will here now and forevermore refer to them as Christies. Thank you. Okay, there you go. And God damn it, I'm going to do it too. How can... I'm seriously... I want to go back to Canada. You Americans are not Americans anymore. You're a bunch of pansies. I don't know what the hell happened, but you're not America anymore. You're just not. No, you're not. Christ, 60 years ago, nobody would have tolerated this. Are you kidding me? Nobody seems to remember Martin Luther King losing his life based on a platform of rights for blacks. Oh, sorry, Negroes. That's the term. He wanted all of his race in America to be addressed as Negro. But now, I guess the Negroes forgot that, and that's not good enough anymore. We need to get rid of that. African American is derogatory too, apparently. Yes, because they're not African. Well, if you want to get really technical, I don't think they're American either. But, I say, well, I'm going to go back to Canada, but it's no better there. This PC crap is there too. It won't go away. Yeah. This story out of Canada this week as well. Canada considers editing our national anthem. And why? Well, it's a good question. Why the hell would you? It's been the same way since it was written in 18 whatever, and I don't know. Every Canadian knows it. It's not like we need the bouncing ball to give us the words when we go to karaoke. Well, apparently, Canada may get the rewrite sooner than we expect here, in an effort, of course, to eliminate all gender-specific pronouns. Yeah, because we can't have that. In a throne speech yesterday, throne, my ass, throne speech. That's what they call them in Canada, the throne speeches. Yes, we told the Queen where to go pound sand in 1971. Thank you, Pierre Trudeau. And ever since then, we're still kowtowed. We still got the bloody Queen on all our money. We still got the crown on the back of all our coins. No, we're still a bunch of English pansies, if you want my honest opinion on that. But in a throne speech yesterday, Governor General Michel Jean called on Canada's Parliament to review the song, which became Canada's national anthem, way back in 1980, replacing God Save the Queen. The English lyrics are based on a 1908 poem and include the line, "True patriot love in all thy son's command." Right. I guess because that infers that women don't command. Well, guess what? They don't. We may have come some distance for the feminists in terms of allowing them to vote, allowing them to get out of the kitchens if they want and go get jobs. But what do? They bitch that they're making 70% less than men. Well, yeah. Equality what? There isn't any. So why do we got to change now the words of the Canadian national anthem, "True patriot love in all thy son's command," that's been around since forever? Well, pretty soon we're going to have to add verses to all of our national anthems to include lesbians, gays, transsexuals, transvestites. Really? The proposal surprised Parliament, apparently. Liberal leader Michael Eggenteef, I don't know, get a name, buddy, told the CBC that he supported making the anthem more gender-sensitive, but for heaven's sake, we have some very important challenges, and every time the government is asked to do something real, it does something symbolic. There's lots of things to do for women that are more important than changing the words of the national anthem. And he raises an interesting point here. This Michel, whatever his name is. Yeah. I don't know. The Canadian Liberal leader, go look him up. He's not important to me because I hate Canada politics. But, yeah, how about that? That kind of reminds me of what Adam Carolla says about the whole PC thing, too. You know, lawmakers and government, maybe you should focus on things like the the terrorists and the sleeper cells and the Muslims in our country and the radical this and the